Carolyn, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a grave blanket. We start off with some gloves, jersey gloves, and a piece of styrofoam. This is like floral styrofoam that you can press your evergreens into. I went ahead and trimmed a variety of evergreens from my yard, and I trimmed them to about, I don't know, maybe 16 inches or so, and sometimes there's branches all around as well. So we're just going to get an idea of how we like to start. So you don't want to be able to see any of your styrofoam at the end. And really it's just a matter of pressing the end of the branch into the styrofoam so I'm going to trim this back a little. You want it to be sharp enough that you can get it in there. So I usually start with one branch on each side, a nice full branch. And it is nice to make it square. I cut it last year. I cut one in half, and this is not exactly straight, but that's okay. So we got all four ends started, and really it's just a matter of filling in. So you can fill in on top if you like yours to stick out, or you can do on the sides. One thing you don't have to worry about when you're making a grave blanket is spiders or what might be living in your branches. That's not an issue because it's going to be outside. You do have to take off a couple of the bottom branches like that in order to get it to go in. So let's just start there. I don't mind mine sticking out a little. I think that's pretty. And it doesn't have to be big, but this one is for a double grave. It just makes me feel nice to be able to make my own. When they have passed on, there's not much we can do for them. But this is something every year I can do for my parents. So you can see how that's starting to take shape already. My blankets are pretty big when I make them. So if you don't want it that big, just get a smaller piece of styrofoam. And I'm just going to keep breaking branches and filling in. You won't be able to see any of this styrofoam when you're done. Probably a little tree out there, but they're branches, so. This is a scotch pine. And what we can do is add some pine cones now and a wreath. So let's move everything out. Now, if you wanted to add some dollar store embellishments, you could. If you wanted to add like some gold or something like that. Or if you have holly in your yard, it's difficult to work with, but it's beautiful just to add at the very top. And then now let's make our bow. And let's see how much we have here. Oh, we have a pretty good mill. So let's make a nice big bow. Since we have a nice, so this bow, this ribbon only has decorations on one side, so we have to be careful. When we get to the center, we're going to twist it and then face that bow out. So center, we're going to keep that close, do a little twist, make another bow, And this ribbon has wire on the edges, so that helps to keep the bow in shape. Twist. We can adjust it after. Let's just get our bow together. Twist, half twist when you're dealing with this. Alright, oh good, and we have just enough for, perfect. So now we take a little floral wire, just going to make it nice and long, so that way we can attach to some of these branches. We're going to take it to the center and just put that wire in half, so that way half is on each side, and squeeze it tight in the center, and then just twist. So that way that's nice and secure. Now we can open up our bow. The two edges are going to be our tail. We'll cut them in a minute. And we're just opening up the bow and trying to fluff it up a little bit. So there we have a nice little bow, and we can adjust it accordingly. We're going to put it right in the center and just tie it on to any of those branches you have there. I'm just going to twist that up. That way it's secure, and then open those bows up again. Now, the ribbon is a little low. Okay, and you know I always like to add a couple pine cones too. So we can take a little of our wire and maybe put two pine cones together in one location. So we'll just take that wire and cut it. Wrap it around the bottom of your pine cone. And if you want two of them together, you can wrap the second one there. And then find a nice spot to put your pine cones. Put that right here maybe. And just wrap it around those branches. Nobody's going to see that floral wire, so that looks nice. You might mess around with it a little. And then I'm going to do it on this side as well. Just wrapping a couple pine cones together and adding those to this side. Now if there's anything else you'd like to add, feel free, but I think this grave blanket looks beautiful, and I think it'll be a nice tribute to whoever you place it on their cemetery grave. So here we go. Gives you an idea what it looks like. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful holiday. Take care.